I'm still a noob at this whole mic thing. I sort of normally it just connects, but my bad. That's my bad. I should have checked that before I started, but it's alright. Anyways, no raps. And I go straight. Forearms, back, like I said on Tuesday. I don't think we're going for a max today. I would have thought maybe we would, but I realized I have work tomorrow and probably not the best idea because it does stretch out my sessions to do something like that. I go for a max or something like that. I don't know if I normally need them back on these though. I got AirPods and I can still hear this thing squeaking. Over the music. They gotta lubricate these or something, somehow. I don't know if that would mess up the mechanism or not, but this gotta be obnoxious for the people around when I do this and anyone is around. You know, I think I got pins and needles before I even hit failure there, to be honest. Getting pins and needles before it. But yeah. We did hit 120 and 140 last session for deadlifting. Because I do want to hit those high weights just to make sure that I am actually staying on the high ones, because if you just do like the low weights, well, it's not low weight, it's just what I can rep. If I'm not staying close with those like higher ones, then I'm not gonna be able to go for PRs and things like that, because it'll just be so like foreign to me. But yeah, that's the plan with it right now. I'm just trying to, every couple of sessions, make sure I do stay with some of those higher weights. But yeah, I'm gonna go straight back in just because I do want to speed up this part, just because I don't feel it much on this exercise, but when I turn it around, that's when I feel it most on the forearms. I have noticed, I don't know why, it might be just a normal thing that most people do, but I always like, when I'm exerting force, I always like move my head like I'm nodding or some shit. It'll be to the side, it'll be down like right now. I don't know, I don't think it goes up, that seems a bit weird, but using my pinky. Slowest fail on the planet, that. Alright, we can drop. So I always drop only by like one pin. I feel like some people do two, but I don't want to make it too easy. That's why kind of making it hard still. Anyway, oh, no, it's just a bot. Anyways, let me know how your night's going, guys. To be honest, I came in actually pretty early today, so I'm pretty happy with that. I still freaking got an Uber though, because I still missed the bus, but at least I did come in earlier today. Now honestly, I'm getting way too familiar with these Ubers now, because like, I'm still actually hoping I don't get people I know, because I know every single time I get someone I know, you know, it's just like automatic. I now have to tip, like decently as well, because they always freaking talk to me and all this. So it's like, I cannot be bothered. And I learned my lesson actually telling too much information, because there was one where I was talking about my driving test basically, and he basically, you know, he said, just text me through the Uber app, because you can go on to like your recent activity, just text through the Uber app, like if you pass or not. And then I think it failed, so I had to I just did nothing. I was like, well, I can't just text this guy, be like, yeah, I failed. You know, I'm not gonna come and bring bad news. So I didn't do anything, and then I saw him next. I was like, fuck. Now what do I do? No, but I recognize the guy through the license plate, because sometimes you can sort of recognize just through that. Or maybe they have a little picture sometimes as well, so then you can see through that. But also something specific about this guy always, which doesn't always happen with all the Ubers, is this guy specifically, every time like he's ordered or something, he asks like, how many people are coming. So I have to just message like one. And yeah, he knew as soon as he pulled up to the location, knew it was. And it was pretty funny, you know, but you know, just talking about it was all chill. But yeah, I removed, and well, I don't know if I reset this. I didn't. Alright, let's go. This is the one I feel it. Not drop set, so just one this time. Otherwise, that would have been a pain, to be honest. But yeah, as I said, not using the wraps, because I use the wraps for just about everything. This is the only single day in my routine that I don't use wraps. So I'm trying to make sure the wrists are getting strong, so I don't have to always use it. But I think the main reason I use the wraps is just because I got injured before, and I had to take 2 months off the gym because of it. And yeah, so that doesn't feel great, especially when you're doing great in the gym. It's always when you're doing great that these things happen. But yeah, that's why I always use wraps. Honestly, one of the best pieces of equipment that I've ever invested. It is £5, but I feel like I've spent at least maybe 20, because I always leave my wrist wraps in the gym by accident sometimes. And it's not that anyone steals them, it's just misplaced somewhere, and then it comes up in the lost property, and then, well, yeah, those look like mine, but are they mine? I don't want to take them if they're not mine, so I just end up buying new ones. Only 5, so it's not too bad. But it has, like, you know, stopped me from like actually injuring myself again, which is nice. That's why I was just like terrified of doing that again, so I just always just like almost everything, which I need to get out of the habit of doing, and strengthen the wrist more. So that's why I do it on at least this one, because, you know, I don't really need it for this one, and sometimes I do forget to also put them on. I guess helps, but that's not exactly my intention. Yeah, let's go again. Okay. Oh no, not again. I feel like that's the annoying part about being double jointed. So I'm quite double jointed in my hands, and my pinkies sort of, I'll show you in a second, but they do this weird thing, and that makes me fuck it. That makes me lose grip, where basically, like when I'm trying to like pull it, like, so I can do this like weird things like this will just stay in this position. But when I'm trying to like pull it up, it just gets stuck in this position. I can't fucking do anything. But anyways, I mean, I can also do some funky shit with my fingers, man. But yeah, I think that's it. I'm gonna go hit some more back. That's all I do for forearms now. I don't really do the what's it? I think they're hammer curls. Alright, you guys gotta have to go super high for that. But I don't normally do the hammer curls anymore. If you saw me doing those before, I used to do them, but now I don't. Reason being, can't even fucking see. 190. Alright, if we hit this is the last time I'm gonna do 190, then I'm going to 200. Because I think I've been on 190 for like 2 to 3 sessions now, which, you know, it's alright, but I need to go up. You know, I need to carry on, you know, progressive overload and whatnot. Just gonna check everything's okay with you guys. Yeah, all good. Hopefully you guys can see everything. Obviously, after I do forearms, the only like problem is because the forearms are now tensed up, you know, that they got blood flowing and all that, and because this is like a very grip based exercise, because now I have to like squeeze my hands to like grip and shit, my forearms are gonna fail before my back does now, so I need to actually wait for that now, which is a bit of a long day, but it will be alright. Anyway guys, just let me know how you guys are doing over here this time of day. If it is even day for you guys, it might be night, it may be afternoon, I don't really know. But yeah, this is a pretty heavy set, so I do want to get something nice on for the song, so that would be pretty nice, to be honest. I think that's a good song, damn. So just waiting for the forearm to cool down a bit and then we'll head back in. Alright, we're gonna head into another set and we'll in a second. No rush. I'm definitely not hitting the next bus, so I'm definitely gonna have to either Uber home or I'm gonna have to wait super long for the next bus, so no rush now, you know. It'll be alright. Anyways, we'll get this. But yeah, I am trying let's say, I don't know if you saw any of the other streams, but I am trying a different t-shirt this time because I feel like I'm always wearing compression, so I want to try something else instead. Same hoodies and stuff, but at least the t-shirt's different now, so that's dope. I think it actually looks pretty interesting. I haven't really seen myself with a pump in the t-shirt ever, because I don't think I ever like wore like a proper t-shirt to the gym before. But I think it's, yeah, I guess you guys will see, to be honest, when I take the cover off. Thing is, there isn't that much reason to take it off when I'm doing this, because it's like, you know, when your arms get pumped, your chest gets pumped, sure, you can take a pump cover off and whatnot, but it's like, I'm doing back, you know, like what's gonna get pumped about your back, you know? I guess it works a bit of bicep, but alright, let's move. Okay. Alright, let's go. I don't ever warm up on these, but I don't really feel like I need to. Fucking thing always moves. I feel like these guys always have to work overtime to fucking move the machine back, because I always like end up when I'm doing the weight, always fucking moving it. I think I literally turned this thing sideways by doing the exercise there. Like, these handles are now almost touching the next machine. Oof. Not great. Anyways. Forearms are not too bumped anymore, so I can hit the weight. How much did I hit? 13? I think I hit 13. Yeah, so I'm gonna hit 200 next session. Getting super close to the full stack now. It's 200 pounds, not 200 kg, you guys, relax, you know. 240 is full stack. And if I'm moving up to 200 the next session, we're getting really close now. I did start this on 100 pounds, so doubling the weight from where I started. Doubling the weight, not for a 1 rep max, doubling the weight for reps, which is crazy, to be honest. So yeah, feeling nice, feeling nice. I'm trying to get my body into a normal routine, because I feel like right now it is refusing to sleep. Like, I am trying to sleep for 8 hours or something like that, but it will wake me up naturally after 4 or 5. It's just like, fuck bro, we don't need to sleep bro, relax. But the thing is, if I do get up in those 4 hours or whatever, so it'll wake me up, cool. If I actually get up, the problem is like a fucking scam, because after an hour or two, it will make me feel tired again. But when I do wake up at the 4 hours, I feel like, oh shit, I've had a good night's rest. But within an hour or two, it will completely deteriorate and be like, shit, now you're tired, bro. GG's. So I have to like force myself to try and sleep more. But it's hard, man. You keep waking up. I'm taking ashwagandha, which is like meant to reduce cortisol levels, help you sleep, that sort of stuff. So I take two, like I take it in gummy form. I don't know if there is any other form, I don't know, but I have 2 out in the morning, 2 at night. But yeah, anyways, we're gonna head into the next set. I really hope I don't move this machine so much that the fucking thing starts touching this machine because that'll be a problem. I don't know if I even can. I can move it a little bit forward, but to side is a different story. I don't want to tip it over or some shit. Anyways, let's go. My back actually hurts, which is obviously a good thing, you know. That's just what's meant to be hitting, right? Okay. So yeah, I've just gotten tired out of nowhere. But like, if I close my eyes, I can't sleep right now. That's what I mean. Like, obviously, when it happens, I just got up because I tried to sleep for so long. I slept 4 hours or 5 hours, and then it just kept waking me up. You know, every like honestly like 15 minutes or some shit. So I was just like, fuck, I always get up. And then I got up. And now, yeah, that very quick after waking up gives me this crash. I don't know why. Yeah, sure, we'll take this one. I think it's good. Fuck, man. 7. Drop. See, this one, I know I'm not going to be hitting it. I will have to drop 2 pins instead of 1. I won't be able to do just 1 pin drop for a drop set. It just won't happen, so. I do know that, like I said, I just won't be able to hit it. If I did drop just 1 pin, I'd be honestly doing 1 rep, half of a second rep. But if I drop 2, at least I'll get a proper drop set, not just fucking 1 extra rep, you know? It's barely a drop set at that point, so I dropped 2 pins on this one. But most things, obviously, if it is like much lower weight things, I do drop just 1, because I don't want to make it too easy. Like this is just still hard, you know? But if I do just 1 pin, it's just too hard where I can't even get sufficient reps, you know? It's just like, you're barely dropping the weight, you know? It's like, how do you expect, if you just hit failure, to drop the fucking weight by like, you know, say 0.5 kg and be like, oh yeah, let's do those reps. Not happening, bro. It just won't. So, that's why I dropped by 2 pins for this exercise. Okay. Let's get a better song, and we need to do lats. So we'll go set up, get ready for some lats. Then we'll go deadlift, and that's it, honestly, and I'll be done. So yeah. Have work tomorrow. I don't want to make this too long or too short, you know. Too short is also bad. But yeah, you know, make it, you know, a good session but not terrible. I still, from last session, if you realize what happened last session, my fucking deadlifting belt, it's got like loose screws, and it basically like came out, and I had to like hand screw it in last session, and it was just about enough to like not fucking pop off when I actually like do the belt. So I haven't gotten around to actually screwing that in with a screwdriver, so it's still hand screwed in, which means if I use my belt today, it might be a little bit panicky, a bit rough. So I'm hoping it is like it's okay. Oh shoot. But we were. Oh yeah, I was talking about wrist earlier actually. I'll tell you guys in a sec. Let me just set up, and we'll get some lats done. All right. Okay. We need the. I don't actually know. I think it was my friend who actually told me about this exercise. Oh, perfect. We actually have the attachment right here. I'll bring you guys up because it's a bit too low. Can't lie. Okay. So we are gonna get that sorted. I hope the angle isn't that bad. Okay. I don't know if we're doing 90 or 100. Can't really remember. I'm not really sure, but we'll see how it feels. But might be a bit too close, I'm not sure. I always have to get this right. Like the feeling. Sometimes I do it like a little bit off, but it has to, I feel like it has to be leaned on, you know? Okay. I don't know. I gotta feel that it's just, I wanna get the best position, you know? I feel like that helps me like lean into it better. Sorry if I'm breathing all over you guys. Try not to. It's always like a paralyzing sort of feeling when I do that one. What was I talking about with my wrist? Alright. So, as you guys know, recently I've started up, obviously, my bag work again. And it was day before yesterday that I did it again. And obviously, I do bag work barefisted because obviously, like I said before, if you, obviously, yeah, you know, you can use gloves for things and stuff, but if you are just doing it like barefisted and stuff, you're actually conditioning your knuckles, your wrists. Well, I mean, your wrist, I feel like your wrists will, maybe gloves does like sort of even out the force a bit, but I feel like your wrists get at least a little bit of like conditioning anyways. But especially if you're doing it barefisted, then your knuckles are gonna get a good amount of conditioning. So see, when I did do it, my knuckles did hurt like a shit ton, but they recovered in a day. I think I actually got a good amount of sleep that time, and obviously your body's resting really good when, or repairing really good when you're sleeping. It's my wrist mainly, that sort of still needs recovering, but we'll be back at it again tomorrow. It's not something you're going to be able to, at least at the start, not be able to do every single day. I'm looking at every other day sort of thing. But you know, all of it is already kicking back really nicely, so it does feel good. But that's another thing that's going to be helping out with my wrist and that. Anyways, I think that was about it for that. I don't know, we'll see. We might do 120 today just to be on the higher weights, but I'm not gonna go anything too crazy, especially with the weird ass belt situation right now. But also, I don't want to be dragging out the session super late this time. All right. I think I'll take off my hoodie after this. I normally take off my hoodie when I just get warm. That's how I work with it. I don't really base it off of pumps too much. It's mainly just, do I start to feel hot? Am I like pretty warm right now? And then I just take it off, so I'm like... Alright. Man, this really fucks my abs up. And this is only one of the few exercises that like leaves me like paralyzed after. There's like a few, like 2 to 3 seconds that I feel like paralyzed after. There's only one other exercise that's on legs. I think it's the hamstring machine on legs. The other one I actually feel like paralyzed. I just like can't move because it's like that pain is still subsiding, you know? If you know, you know. That's how I think of it. It's hard, like sort of sensation to explain. Anyways, we gotta move. We're deadlifting now. I always try to find like good angle to do this at. I feel like I'm always trying like different weird ass angles. Okay. I like to tuck it over here, my stuff. But then it's also not the best idea because I'm gonna move it. It's because I'm obviously moving plates in and out and stuff, so I don't really want to have it in the way. I'm gonna put it over here. Those dumbbells fell well, it's GG's. But it's the 50 gauges, so they ain't gonna move. You know, I used to not like these blue plates because they just seem like you're lifting a lot of weight when you're not. But I'm starting to actually dig them now. Because I think of it like, dude, this is a 5 kg plate. Like, there's no way it needs to be this big. Okay. Kaboom. Kaboom. Whoa. Alright, just give me. So guys, this camera keeps coming to the mirror. I don't want it doing that. So I'm gonna move it like that so you guys can actually see a bit of what's going on, you know? But let me know how you guys' day are going. We are actually doing pretty chill. I'm gonna take off my thing now because I am like getting quite hot. And the funny part about this is always a mic situation. So you guys aren't gonna hear me too much when I do this. Obviously, I don't really have, I don't think, much of a pump currently. Because, look, I'm doing forearms and I'm doing forearms and I'm doing back, so, you know, like, what sort of a pump are you really gonna get with like forearms and back? You're not really gonna get much with forearms and back. So I don't think it's gonna look amazing, but I guess it gives a little bit of a baseline, to be honest. Okay. I'm gonna refill, because deadlifting was, you know, it dries the shit out of you out. Otherwise, yeah. It's just gonna be. I've got my mic here. Cool. I have to like double check these things because otherwise, I'm not really gonna know if because I always do some funny stuff like literally I was talking for the last 20 minutes of my last stream. And my phone had already died because my power bank decided, oh, it's not going to turn on. This one was £50. My other one that was like fucking £15 or £20 automatically turned on. I was like, what the hell? So not the most impressed with it, but it's alright, I guess. Bada boom, bada pow. Oh my god. Have to flex the pecs, guys. Come on, it has to be done. Why would you not flex the pecs when you can? Especially in such good lighting, you know. Lighting here is good, not over here, no lighting. I guess it's because the light is over there. Anyways, I am hard yapping, so let's actually get this going. Four sad songs in a row. We'll go with that, it's cool. Grab this one. Grab this one. You know, I didn't know how to use these at first. I sort of just I tried to put them on, but I didn't want to break them because they were new at the time, right? Because they had these new ones, like the little lockers, right? So I would like press them down, but they're like really I guess it's maybe because they're new, but it's like stiffer in comparison to like the old ones that they have. They still have the old ones, but these are like the new ones I was using, and they're a lot stiffer. So I was scared I was gonna break it like by pushing down, but so I didn't know how to use it, so I just put them away, and I did it without. Okay. You know, this guy actually, like, he was coming in at the same time as me a couple sessions. I don't know where he is now because I haven't seen him for a couple sessions. And he actually told me something that actually made me a little bit worried about deadlifting. Is he tried to do like a higher weight. I don't know if he could really handle the weight or not, but he tried a higher weight and ended up messing up his back so severe that it like took him out of the gym for 2 years. So makes me a little bit paranoid. He said that how it happened was he basically just deadlifted with it too far from your feet, so it just completely, the whole thing is just on your back. You didn't tell me like at what point in the lift it like messed him up, because you know, it could be like right at the start before we even lift the bar, something messes up, or like halfway through. I don't know, but made me a little bit paranoid. So I'm always trying to make sure that my feet are like decent bit under the bar now. Oh, okay. My neck just keeps catching my beard recently. Okay, so this is only for warm-ups. So yeah, I don't do like the weird sumo business that a lot of other people do. So I'm just trying to make sure. So warm up, I don't try to exert, you know. I'm just doing like, you know, couple reps and maybe 4, 5, that sort of thing. It's always a pain, you know. It's like, all right, now I've got to take these things off, got to reset the bar and all that stuff. I mean, it's already partly set up for the next set or whatever, but you know. Okay, I need blue weight. So I don't know, I'm thinking, should I go higher today? Like, being at 100 for a bit now, so I'm not sure, like maybe I should go a bit higher. My reps are going up, so it's still a form of progressive overload to an extent. It's still a form of it, but I'm thinking maybe I should go to 105, 110, 4 reps instead. And you get the next one. Yeah, I'm getting chunky, you know. I'm noticing my grip strength's getting a lot better. Like, I'm able to do a lot of lifts, like removing my pinky now. Like before, see, I couldn't do that before. But obviously now, I'm more like able to do it. Is it this way? I like to keep my bar leg. That's pretty even. Okay, it's not that even. But then the whole thing is wonky in the first place. So it's like, at that point, you know, if the whole thing is lopsided, can you really make it all that straight? Unless you make the bar lopsided with the thing as well. I feel like one of these days I am gonna accidentally drop the bar on my bottle and it's not gonna be pretty. It's just gonna explode. And that's not gonna be great. I always make sure my like little thing is at the end. I try to keep it round. Alright. I might bring a bench in a second because it gets a little bit tiring to just stand alone for the majority of it. Especially when you're training back all that time. I've done a whole back workout before I do this. Obviously now this is like, part of my back where I still like lower back, but after training back that whole time and I have to stand up, move all these weights, do all the deadlifting, I kind of want to sit down. I feel a bit weird about this. A bit jerky or whatnot. It's like, I feel like I was actually like messing up on grip with that set. I'm gonna blame it on the fact I didn't have the right music. I'm not gonna blame it on the strength or anything. I'll blame it on I didn't have the right music. So, if that's not feeling great, I don't know about 120 today. We might try like 1.5, 110. I'm not really sure right now. Forms are still like looking good. What I'm surprised about is the amount of calories I have every day. Means there's no doubt I should be going up in weight, like a bunch, but even with going up in weight, I am still definitely still retaining like somehow veins, which is really weird because I'm not even that vascular of a person. I feel like my dad's more vascular, but I don't think I'm all that vascular myself. Or I haven't really been at that good of a body weight before, so maybe I just haven't seen it all that much because I've always been on like, I feel like the fluffier side of things. The reason I started gym again is obviously because I was quite fluffy, in secondary school. What I feel like it was that made me get chubby like in secondary school? I think it was the fact that our trampoline broke. And I used to do the most weird stuff as a kid, and basically, so I have two sisters, right? And obviously growing up, we would spend a bunch of time together, and what I would do is, they had their favorite teddy bears. So my older sister had this bear called Charlie. It was like a small sort of bear, not bear, it was like a dog actually. It was like a dog. Yeah, it was a dog that was like white with maybe like brown ears or something like that. She had this fluffy one. And then my other sister had a giant like chocolate colored bear. And what I would do as a kid, I don't know, I was devious as hell, but I don't know why I did it, but I would go on the trampoline, and I guess the exercise I would get is obviously I would constantly be on the trampoline just like fucking trying to do backflips and all this sort of weird stuff, kid stuff, right? And the weird thing about it is I would go some reason and get their bears or something, and I would just like go to the trampoline and start beating it up. I don't know why. I was just a weird kid. And when they started like guarding their bears, I used to get a plastic bag and do the same shit, like just as a substitute. So I had no clue like why the hell I was doing that, but fun fact, guys. But anyways, that's a bit off topic. What I was actually talking about is that I use the trampoline basically all of the time. I think that was a thing when our trampoline broke, which was around when I went to secondary school. This thing's like a Hoover, man. So I remember like I broke this thing the other day. Not broke it properly, but like, you know, like accidentally I was like trying to like move it and it sort of came undone. I think it was already like a little bit prior damage, something like that. But yeah. Alright. I think I could possibly try the I could try just go a little bit higher. 5 each side, make it 110. I don't know if 110 is really great for reps. It might not be. It might be a little too quick to be jumping straight to 110. Anyways, I'm gonna chill for a bit because I seem to talk a bit too much sometimes. I don't know how many minutes of rest I've had, but I must have a decent amount by now. It should be alright to go again. Definitely do feel it on the lower back for sure when I am doing these sets. Yeah, for some reason it's like on this side I'm like losing grip a lot earlier than I normally do, which is weird because I didn't feel anything over on the back exercise over there, which is where I would have felt it if I was losing grip earlier. It's a bit weird. It's not a strength issue, it's a, what's it called? It's more of a grip issue right now. But I don't know why I refuse, but I'm like always procrastinating on basically yeah, I'm always procrastinating on the lifting, like learning to use the lifting straps. I don't know, it just feels like it's always a little bit annoying to do. Yeah, I keep saying I'm gonna do it, but then I always like, I put it to the side and then I actually need it, because at a certain point I had an excuse. I can say, well, I don't lift high enough to need to use it. I don't really have the excuse anymore, you know, when literally the sole issue now is actually just the grip. But the grip was doing alright the other days, I don't know. Let me put on a nicer song and we'll see if that changes things. It's amazing how much will change if you just have like a good height behind your lifts, you know. For example, like a good song or whatever. Okay. Alright, let's go. You know what's crazy, right? I brought a bench here at least 5+ minutes ago, and I don't think I've even used it. Guys, underrated tactic. If you kick the bar and damage your shins, it's gonna hype you enough to lift the weight. Use the pain. Fuck. This is actually pissing me off. I'm gonna try the other side. Nah, that's actually annoying, that is. I don't know why today. It might just be a bit of fatigue now. But that's a bit interesting. That didn't happen in any of the other sessions. I don't really know about that. That's a bit of a madness. I can probably still hit some 1 rep maxes, I think, but all right. All right, well, I'm gonna take a bathroom break and I'll be back in a bit. Couple of minutes, guys. Don't worry. Alright, we're back. Good. I think I don't want to leave it on just that set, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try one more time here, and then maybe do a drop set or something like that. Either drop set or we go up. I don't know, whichever of the two. I don't know, but we'll see. I think this needs to go a little bit higher. I don't think it's head height, but it doesn't need to be perfect. I don't know, like, you know what? I've never tried this angle before. But it might be a bit too close. What do you guys see from here? Give me a sec, guys. That's gotta be the deadest angle on the planet. That's too close. I could try something else. I don't know what though. It might be a bit too close. I don't think I've tried it over here before. Well, hopefully that's good. Bit more to the side. Gotcha. That's better. Cool. Just thinking, did I leave my wrist wrap somewhere? Hold up. Hold up. Nope. Over there. Future then. You're joking, man. You know, I have an idea. I think I've had a good amount of time here. Okay. Gotta bring the energy back up. It's a good psych song, but I don't want a sad song. I want something else. That's it's too sad. I'll take it. I'll take this one. Man, it just feels a bit of a madness, this. I feel it off. We'll wait maybe 15 more seconds, 20 more seconds, and we'll check how we can do here. I'm addicted to moving around my bracelet now because these two things have come off my bracelet and it moves like really easily now, and it's always been stiff, so I kind of like it. It's like a little fidget toy. Okay. Yeah. Better. 3, 4. 7. Damn grip, man. It's just. Okay, it's fine. We still, with it, hit 8. It's better a grip issue, better a grip issue than an actual strength issue. But yeah. Yeah, I'm doing 120 today. Not today. I'm just gonna do a couple reps drop. And call it a day. Alright. Fatigued, but it's fine. Ooh. There you go. Now we drop. That was like the freaking 4th set, man. Man. We'll re-rack in a sec. Because this is a drop, so I just want to actually make sure that is too close. So it's a 40 kg drop. It just turns into fatigue rather than failure when you do that. Alright, let's go. Man, I just don't want to flop it on the floor. Jeez. Maybe once these. Oh, that's gonna be rough. My fingers. Oh my god. My back is finished. We'll get some water and we'll wrap up for today. As I said, I'm trying to get home earlier today. We do have work tomorrow. We can drink this on the way. Man, this is not even the workouts. So honestly, the other part of it, it's yeah, my back is total, guys. I'm gonna feel this 100% tomorrow. The thing is, because I'm a waiter, it's even worse. Because the main thing we use, see, when you're waitering, you're taking all the plates, big heavy amounts of plates to the back. We don't use, like a lot of other restaurants, they use like giant, like sort of like trolleys and things like that. We just carry it all by hand. So what I obviously, so I have to carry it also by hand because obviously waiter, but with that, when you're actually carrying that all the long distance, it's your back mainly that's being used. Yeah, you know, I guess a little bit of bicep and things like that, but that's nothing that's going to be too crazy. It's mainly your back having to sustain that weight, especially when you're carrying drinks and all that stuff. It's mainly the back. Like when I actually do a full day of work and everything, it's my back that hurts. It's not my bicep or anything like that. But also, it is weird because obviously I'm left-handed. Because obviously you're holding a tray like this on your palm and whatnot, and you have to like use balance with your wrist and stuff like that. I'm a little bit worried that I feel like my left bicep might get bigger than the right one. Or maybe it already is, or stronger. Maybe more endurance. I feel like it would have more endurance because of that. Because if it's constantly being used at work and stuff like that. If I notice any problems with it, I will just sort it out. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna go grab my stuff and I'll be back. All right. Pack up, we'll go. You know, you can just ask me for help next time.
What?
Yeah, like moving the bench. You have to do it struggling like that.
I do it every time, it's fine.
But you struggle every time as well.
Okay, you can move it next time then.
But you have to ask.
What?
You have to ask, though. You have to come over. Because I got AirPods in and all that.
Okay, we'll do.
Alright. Yeah, I am waiting 42 minutes for a bus. I'm gonna move this just so I can sit down. Just because My back is not having fun. Oh yeah, I didn't even end stream or anything like that. Well, as you've already heard, I'm gonna be ending stream now. I do have work tomorrow, but I will be streaming again tomorrow late at night. You know, similar aroundish to this time. Maybe not as early, I don't know. Just because I did come in earlier today. I don't know how exactly I'm gonna feel tomorrow. I'm still going, of course. I don't know if it'll be that early. We'll see. Maybe I will. You know, maybe I won't be that bad, and I'll be able to do it. But it should be right. You know, you can expect me tomorrow. I'm pretty consistent with it, so you know that's something you guys can't rely on. You know, I do keep my word. But yeah, appreciate everyone coming, all the chats, and even the follow earlier. Appreciate that on Kick. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow, and yeah, you know, take care. That's it. 1 hour 24, not bad.